About the dog and the cat, how they washed the floor. It was back when the dog and the cat still kept house together. They had their little house by the forest and lived there together, wanting to do everything just like grown-ups do. But they didn't always know how to do it because they have small and clumsy paws, and on those paws they don't have fingers like people do, just small pads with claws, and so they couldn't do everything the way people do, and they didn't go to school because school is not for animals. Oh no, it's not. What do you think? It's only for children. And so, in their home, it looked all sorts of ways. Some things they did well and some not so much, and so sometimes they also had a bit of a mess there. And so one day they saw that they had a very dirty floor in their little house. "Listen, doggy," said the cat. "We have a rather dirty floor here." "I also think it's already quite dirty," said the doggy. "Just look at how my paws are dirty from that filthy floor." "They're very dirty," said the cat. "Yuck, that's a shame. We need to wash the floor. People don't have such a dirty floor. They wash it sometimes." "All right," said the dog. "But how will we do it?" "That's easy," said the cat. "You go for water and I'll take care of the rest." The dog went with a pot for water and the cat took a piece of soap out of her suitcase and placed it on the table. Then she went to the pantry for something. She probably had a piece of smoked mouse hidden there. Meanwhile, the dog came back with the water and saw something lying on the table. He unwrapped it and it was something pink. "Ah, this must be something tasty," the dog said to himself, and since he was craving it, he put the whole piece in his mouth and started chewing it. But it tasted somehow bad. Meanwhile, the cat came and heard the dog spitting strangely. She looks at him and sees that the dog has a mouthful of foam and tears are streaming from his eyes. "Oh my goodness," the cat shouted. "What's happening to you, dog? You look sick. There's foam dripping from your mouth. What's wrong with you?" "Well," the dog said, "I found something on the table and thought it was some cheese or some candy. Now I've eaten it, but it stings terribly and it's making foam in my mouth." "You're so silly," the cat scolded. "That was soap, and soap is for washing, not for eating." "Oh," said the dog, "that's why it stung." Ow, this stings. "Drink a lot of water," the cat advised him, "and then it will stop stinging." The dog drank until he finished all the water. The stinging stopped, but there was a lot of foam, so he went to wipe his snout on the grass and then had to go get more water because he drank it all and they didn't have any left. The little cat had 1 crown and went to buy new soap. "I won't eat this," said the little dog when the little cat brought the new soap. "But how will we do it if we don't have a brush here?" "I've already thought of that," said the little cat. "You have such coarse and bristly fur, like a brush, so we can scrub the floor with you." "All right," said the dog, and the cat took the soap and a pot of water, knelt on the floor, took the dog like a brush and scrubbed the entire floor with the dog. The floor was all wet and not very clean either. "We should wipe it with something dry," said the cat. "You know what?" said the dog. "I'm already quite wet, but you're dry and have such nice soft fur on you. It's like the best towel. Now I'll take you and dry the floor with you." He took the little cat and wiped the whole floor with her. The floor was now clean and dry, but the dog and the little cat were wet and terribly dirty from cleaning the floor with each other, as if the dog were a brush and the little cat a rag. "We look a sight," they said to each other when they looked at themselves. "The floor is clean now, but we're terribly dirty. We can't stay like this. Everyone would laugh at us. We need to wash ourselves." "We'll wash ourselves like laundry," said the dog. "You, Kitty, will wash me, and once I'm washed, I'll wash you." "All right," said the kitty. They brought in some water and took a washboard. The dog got into the tub and the kitty washed him. She scrubbed him on the washboard so hard that the dog begged her not to press so much as his legs might get tangled. When the dog was washed, the cat got into the tub and the dog washed her and scrubbed so hard that she begged him not to rub her so much on the washboard, saying he would wear a hole in her fur. Then they wrung each other out. "And now we'll dry off," said the cat. They prepared the clotheslines. "First, you'll hang me on the line, and once I'm hanging, I'll climb down and hang you," said the cat to the dog. The dog took the cat and hung her on the line like laundry. They didn't even need clothespins because they could hold on to the line with their claws. When the kitty was already hanging, she climbed down from the line and hung up the dog. So they both hung there and the sun shone nicely on them. "The sun is shining on us," said the dog. "We'll dry soon." Just as he said that, it started to rain. "It's raining," shouted the dog and the cat. "Our laundry will get wet. We have to take it down." They quickly jumped off the line and ran home to take shelter under the roof. "Is it still raining?" asked the cat. "It stopped," said the dog, and indeed the sun was shining again. "Let's hang the laundry again," said the little cat. So they went and hung themselves on the line again. First the little dog hung the little cat, and when she was hanging, she climbed down and hung the little dog. So there they both hung on the line like laundry, and they were pleased that the sun was shining again and that their laundry would dry nicely. And it started raining again. "It's raining. Our laundry will get wet," called the dog and the cat and ran to take cover. Then the sun shone again, so they hung themselves on the line again. Then it rained again, so they ran away. And then the sun came out again, so they hung themselves again. And it went on like that until evening. And they were both quite dry. "Our laundry is dry," they said to each other. "Let's put it in the basket." So they got into the basket, but then they started feeling sleepy. So they fell asleep there and both slept beautifully in that basket until morning.